What's up, everybody? Welcome to our 2023 business planning session. Man, I tell you what, I don't know what there isn't to be fired up about. It's a very exciting time. These are the moments right here that I live for. With the way the market is coming down to the end of the year, here we go, January 1st. Let's get it, guys. So I'm looking at the chat. There's people from all over. We even have South Africa in the house, Australia, um, Canada, all over the US. Welcome, welcome. Let us know where you're from in the comments there. And man, I just want to reiterate how extremely excited I am for this next year for you, because this is the greatest opportunity that you have seen. If you got in the business in 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, after the Great Recession, and you've never experienced a market like this, I just want to let you know that this is the moment that you have been waiting for. And as far as recessions go, we've already been in a housing recession. Prices down, transactions down. We're already there. We've been there. So the good news is, if you're still here and you're still in the game, if you're still closing deals, if you're still busy, then you're congratulations, because you're not only going to make it to the other side, but you're going to be crushing it as the market rebounds, and it rebounds 100% of the time, every time. But rebounds from what exactly? Nothing. Guys, this is business as usual. um we need to pay attention to all these negative headlines and stuff, but it shouldn't affect the way that you're working. You should be working as if nothing is happening right this second. And I want to just say, when you see articles, if you are paying attention, read the body of the articles. Every one of these negative headline articles, the body actually says the exact opposite of that headline. It's been very interesting. I want to talk to the solo agents, new agents, and just let you know that this business planning session is for you, because I've been a solo agent forever. You guys know my story. I'll share a little bit about it here in a second. But for the team leaders and broker owners, this is for you. Why? Because my mission is to help as many agents increase volume as humanly possible, and that means your agents. So indirectly, I am helping the team leaders, broker owners build their business, because I am inspiring. I'm giving their agents tactical, actionable items. I'm giving them mindset, philosophy, and I'm showing them that there is a way. And I'm helping them visualize massive domination in their markets. And so, I this isn't about agent count, building a brokerage, building a team, systems, ISAs, buyer agents, listing agents, stuff like that. This is real estate agents, how to sell real estate 101 here, guys. Starting from the bottom. I sent out a worksheet. It's the business planning worksheet, which I hope all of you guys have printed out. If you do not have that, I pinned it at the top. That's a pinned comment on YouTube. Or you could go to zero2diamond.com and go to the 60-day challenge. It's in the very first lesson of the 60-day challenge. And you can go there and print that out. Or, if you're filling it out digitally like I will. So we're going to fill that form out together. I want to know what your goals are. And we're going to calculate how many transactions we need to hit those financial goals. We're going to talk about those goals. We're going to talk about short-term and long-term vision, and we're going to fill this thing out together. That's what we're going to do. All right. So let's see here. I'm going to jump over and share my screen and go through some stuff here. Let me make sure I got everything right here. All right. Let's see, where we at? Where we at? Where we at? Where we at? There we go. Okay, I'm in the game there. Let's see the game here. Share screen. Share screen. Yeah, I'm just gonna share screen. Bam. Boom. Okay, guys. Let's see. I'm going to slideshow this. Let's get it, guys. Let's get it. I am excited. All right, so we're going to learn how to master our real estate business today. All right, if you don't know me, this is your first time seeing me. I'm licensed here in Alabama and Florida. Been licensed since 2002. So going on 21 years, guys, 21 years. I was the #1 RE/MAX agent in Alabama 2014, 17, and 18. #1 agent in all of Baldwin County out of all agents. 2014 to 21, 8 straight years. I'll show you proof of that in just a sec. 1,000 deals closed as a single agent. That's just between that period of time. That's not counting what I closed before then. 2-time author in 2017, first completely free coach in the industry, speak internationally, which I'm getting bombarded by speaking requests right now. Really became big on social media, started doing that 6 years ago, and I've helped thousands of agents double and triple their volume without charging them a dime. So today I want to help you develop your 2023 business plan. Okay, that's going to consist of your routine, your strategies, and I'm also going to go through some predictions for next year to really be taken with a grain of salt. However, it's good to know kind of what it looks like. I'm hoping to increase your confidence. Confidence is the #1 killer. Confidence and impatience. Being impatient and having lack of confidence, you're dead in the water, guys. So I want you to be super confident, not only in yourself, but also the market outlook and the future of the industry. You have to be fully confident in all three of these areas, or your prospects are going to hear it in your voice and they're not going to want to do business with you because you're throwing some kind of red flag at them and they can't quite put a finger on what it is. But I'll tell you what it is. You don't have confidence in yourself or the market, right? And maybe you're being impatient. You want the deal too soon. So you're not focused on the prospect. You're more focused on trying to close the deal. All these are factors that lead into lack of production. And for a lot of people, it leads them to quit the business. And let me just reiterate something I said on Instagram the other day, which is there's no failure in this business. There's only quitting too soon. Most agents come in and they it doesn't happen quick enough. It's harder than they thought, and they're actually making great progress, but it's not happening fast enough, and then they quit right before they were really about to get going. It's nuts. The opportunities right now in the current market. Now, these are I've never been big on for sale by owners, but it's an opportunity right now. I want to talk about that today. I want to help you put your investor list together by just adding one question at the end of all of your prospects, your conversations that you're having with leads and prospects, and also social media. This year is going to be massive. So in 2023, we need to create our own markets, right? You don't need to be relying on anything or anyone or anything of the nature. You should be creating your own market and really be the master of your own domain and doubling down on what's working. Meanwhile, getting rid of the things that are not working. That's what you're going to have to do this year to really crush it. All right. So I wrote the book on this, List to Last. Okay. But look at the subtitle, How to Survive Every Real Estate Market Crash. I took everything that I learned through the 2008 crash, losing everything, going homeless, sleeping on people's couches, eating out of people's refrigerators, roofing houses, working on oil rigs, serving tables, and then fighting my way back into real estate. That was in 2008 when I got back in real estate. So 9 years later, after I come back and crush it, I write this book. And so this book has a 4.8 stars, a 4.8 out of 5 stars. This book right here to me is kind of crucial right now. It's literally lays out exactly what's happening and exactly how you need to think going into the new year. So this would be a good read if you're looking for a book right now. Also, join my group text, please. Just text the number here, 251-312-8844. If you're not already on my group text. All right. And this is cool. We were making calls last year. We tried to do calls on Discord. Discord's great. The ZTD Discord is great for connecting and asking questions and collaborating. And I do events in the Discord, every so often. but it wasn't really conducive to making calls in that room in the Discord. So Zoom is great for making calls and getting together and making calls together. So here we are, Shane's zoomroom.com. Shane Noblin has that Zoom room open all day, every day with loads of agents. It's an incredible community, and you guys can go in there and listen to other agents make calls, get feedback on your calls, hold each other accountable. This is a really incredible place that's growing into something, and I'm really excited about just sharing this with you and giving you the opportunity to go in there. If you need somewhere to make calls, need people to make calls with, here you go. Shane's zoomroom.com. So zero to diamond.com is the social media platform and free coaching program for real estate agents worldwide. Let me show you what I've done here. All right, just really quickly to kind of get through the additions I've made to the website this year. Of course, this is the members center. There's well over 17, almost 18,000 members on this site. It's a social media platform, guys. You can create a profile and you can follow people. They can follow you back. You can DM people. You can connect with people right here on the platform. You can also search ZTD members right here. If you have a referral for somewhere, you have a referral for Florida. You type it in the search. You could even put in city. Let's see what happened there. Here we go. Boom. You could even put in the city as well if you wanted to really narrow it down. But it looks like we've got 806 agents in Florida. So you can really easily search people in different areas here right on the platform. The news feed right here. This is where you post. It's taking a second to load, probably because I'm live streaming as well. But right here is where you can post, like, comment, all that good stuff right here. People are posting their weekly emails, YouTube videos, listings, collaborating with everyone. Okay. Then you've got groups. You can go in here and create your own group. So there's groups in different areas. There's groups with people just sharing their weekly emails, YouTube stuff, California agents. You can create a group or join a group. Join as many groups as you want. Then we have the events page. It shows all the events I'm going to be at. Right now, I have Vegas. I'll be in Vegas in January 9th through 11th with Ryan Pineda. I'll be in Long Island with Joe Sonona January 19th. And then I'm doing an all-day workshop in Gulf Shores February 10th. That's all right there on the events tab. And then right here is going to be where you see the additions I've made to the courses. So when you click on courses, there used to be only a 60-day challenge there. Taking a second to load. But now you're going to see different courses. In addition to the 60 days, you're going to see circle prospecting, weekly email, social media. So I added social media, and I got pretty detailed on social media. And refresh. I got pretty detailed with social media for you guys. I created a little course for you with a couple videos. Let's see. Having a hard time loading, but when you go to courses, you'll see there's a multitude of courses now. There's about 10, 8 or 10, where now you don't have to go to the 60 days and scroll down to make a weekly email or do expireds. You've got the different courses right there and easy to get to with everything that you need. I did a course for new agents. Here we go. Circle prospecting course, crush it on social media course, new agents course, 60-day challenge, my scripts. I made a course just for my scripts so they were easy to find. You just go to courses and bam, get the script. Start your weekly email. A 2-day cold calling tutorial where I screen shared RedX and did circle prospecting one day, expires the next. Showed you exactly how to do it. And of course, the expired course. I'm going to add more courses here. I'm going to add real estate investing, and so on and so forth. So I can add as many courses as I want here. Okay, so those are the new additions to, let me get through here. All right. Okay, the mission for Zero to Diamond to reduce the failure rate in the real estate industry, one agent at a time. Now I want to go through this. This is important. Okay. Our Zero to Diamond realtor affirmations. So I really want these to sink in. These have been the ideas from day one that started Zero to Diamond. Okay. Now listen to the first one. Closings happen every day forever, regardless of market conditions. Okay. Let that sink in for a second. Closings happen every day forever. So no matter what the market does, regardless of market conditions, closings are going to happen every day. So what do you ever have to be worried about? Nothing. You get out there and work. You grind. That's what you do. Real estate's a win-win. The only time that you lose is when you quit. That's it. You didn't fail. You quit. When somebody says, "Oh, I didn't make it. I failed." No, you didn't. You quit. You gave up. You were doing great. You just didn't realize it wasn't happening fast enough for you. You were impatient. You can't control the results. Only focus on the actions. I can't control. We'll talk about this when we make our yearly goals. I want to put a little bit of weight on what that yearly goal is for me. I want to close 100 deals. Okay. Don't put so much weight on that though. Let's put more weight on our daily actions, what we're trying to accomplish daily. Okay. Outwork every agent in your market. Okay. Losing deals gives you future time back. Every time you lose a deal, when somebody goes and uses another agent, congratulate them. They'll come back to you and use you later. And realize you don't have to spend any more time on them right now. You can take that future time and go do 5 more deals. You can multiply your business like this. I used to take one lost deal and turn it into 5 deals that I closed. I multiply my business by losing deals. Hello. Business is 100% unlimited forever. Therefore, competition doesn't exist. And the more time I waste on people, the more money I make. A lot of people say, I don't waste my time on this buyer or doing this or list this overpriced listing. The more time I wasted, AKA invested, I use the word waste because I want it to relate to the people who think they're wasting time. But really what it should say is the more time I invest in people, the more money I make. And the last one is really the punchline to the whole thing is to always put relationships over transactions every single time. So 7 out of 10 agents get more listings and close more deals that went through the program. 87% have better time management. 75% read more. 98.8% enjoy being a real estate agent more. Look at these stats. 7 out of 10 get more listings, close more deals. This program is free, ladies and gentlemen, and has been from day one, day two. But look at this last stat, 0.000047% found their significant other on ZTD. Yeah, right here, Ricky, I've got 30 active listings under contracts and coming soon right now after 12 months of your method. And I met the love of my life through ZTD. Will you marry us? Thank you, brother. I said, are you kidding me, bro? Are you guys engaged? He said, I'm dead serious, man. Not yet, but soon. We met 6 months ago through ZTD. I said, yeah, I'll marry you. So you guys know what I went out and did. Bam! Married him right there on the spot. It was a beautiful ceremony. They were a lovely couple. They didn't want their faces to be shown on the webinar today, and the haters are going to say this is fake, but that's us. Cool. So here's just a couple agents that have crushed it. Send me messages and stuff. This young lady, Milan Ashley down in, she's with KW commercial in California. She picked up a $40 million listing using my script, which also turned into a $650,000 listing. She messaged me all the time with new listings she's getting. Brandy Marshall from Selling Sunset, she picked up a $6.5 million listing using my script. Hello. I credit my real estate success to your advice. I'm a 3rd year in and sold over 12 million this year so far. Couldn't have done it without you. This guy said he used my listing presentation, followed my listing presentation video, and got a listing a week ago, went live and sold it. So you guys know I get hundreds of these messages like this every week, and it humbles me down to the core. But I wanted to share a couple of them with you just so you kind of get a glimpse of the messages I get daily from you guys. And I'm speechless, absolutely speechless. I screenshotted this out of my MLS today. If you look at the date range, it is January 1st, 2014 to the end of last year, to the end of 2021. So 8 years in a row here. This is just all the volume for all 8 years in our entire MLS. And you see where I'm at, number one. The top one there is non-member. That's people that weren't members of MLS. So right here, number one, me. Then number two, you have this team, which is about 20 agents. Number three there is Bob Shallow. He's like a legend around here. And you have all these other incredible agents here. But you see, I maintained this spot for 8 years in a row, number one in my market. So just wanted to, I know you guys hear me say that a lot, but I wanted to actually show you that I was literally the highest producing agent in my entire market 8 years in a row. Now, I've coached several other agents who became the top agents in their market. Nadine Blakely in Virginia. Last year, she broke the record for the most volume in her entire MLS for the year. And this year, she broke that record. She's number one in her entire MLS 2 years in a row and broke the historic record both years. She's messaging me all the time, and we go back and forth, but she follows my program. Colin, he's the number one rematch agent in Mississippi. This guy is a single agent, sells 100 deals a year. He said Ricky was the only coach who consistently closed 100 deals a year as a single agent, and his philosophy gave me the path to do the same. This is one of my dear friends here, through coaching and everything, but this is a guy that took zero to diamond and boom, now he's the number one Remax agent in Mississippi, closes 100 deals a year. Rachel Worrell in Panama City, top 5 in the state of Florida. Shane Noblin and Dan O'Connell, they both individually hit 100 deals within their first 20 months in the business. Both of them avid zero to diamond followers from day one. Followed it to a T, sold 100 deals in their first 20 months in the business. 2 single agents right here. Sean Getty up in Calgary closed $65 million in his second year in the business, all organically on social media. So I share some of these tips that he used in the social media course on the platform there. But he's been following me in the zero to diamond principles from day one in the business. Christy Bradshaw Iverson, she went from 150,000 a year to 650 the very next year following zero to diamond. She eventually did 800,000 the year after that, and she closes over 100 deals a year. So, and there's so many stories, guys, over and over and over again. There's so many stories of agents who are closing 100 deals a year, top 10. I talked to 3 or 4 agents today asking them where they rank in their MLS, and they're all in the 15 number. I'm in the 15 range. I'm in the 10 to 20 range in my MLS. They'll be in the top 10, they'll be in the top 5, and some of those agents will be number 1 over the next couple years. All started with zero to diamond. So this is something I want to share with you, is that all these agents I've coached should be number 1. I've been number 1 in my market. I'm literally want to take you through the entire process of becoming number 1 in your market. And so what I'm doing is all-day workshop. I'm doing an all-day workshop in Gulf Shores, Alabama. This is going to be February 10th. It's limited to 100 seats, and I've already sold half of those seats. It's an all-day interactive, breakfast and lunch is included. And it's optional if you want to lift weights with me at 5 o'clock, and then also a beach run at 6 o'clock. So I want to spend the entire day with you. And I want to sit down and go through my entire process and really break everything down, because hanging out for an hour, doing a 2023 business planning, or doing an hour-long webinar on weekly email or circle prospecting, or doing a Q&A or something like that, I can't really get into the finer details of every little thing. Whereas I break down the exact formula I use to get to be the top agent in the market. I break down everything with communication, prospecting, weekly email, social media, And I'm even going to take some time during the day to literally break down how I built zero to diamond and built my presence online and built my personal brand to the point that now I can literally go anywhere and draw 500 to 1,000 agents. And I can, I'm getting requests to speak daily. I want to share all this stuff with you guys. So if you're interested in that, workshopwithricky.com. Also put a link in the description. But this is what Gulf Shores looks like. You can make a vacation out of this. Come down and see me. I want to hang out and share everything I can with you and make it super worth your time. I've sold units in all these buildings. I've specialized in Gulffront condos. All right, so jump on that if you're interested before tickets sell out. So let's talk about the market. Back in April 2020, when we were locked in our house, I posted this video. Now, we were locked in, if you remember. The economy hadn't opened yet, and I said real estate's going to surge when the economy opens. Why did I think that? I didn't know that. Nobody knows anything. They think it and they try to predict it. But why did I think that? I thought it because I've seen so many cycles in my 20 years, and I realized how transactions dropped 20% during that time. And I said, that equals pinned up demand. And I said, when this thing opens back up, all that pinned up demand is going to explode the market. Now, I didn't realize that, the government printing money and doing the stimulus and everything that's happened since then. I didn't realize that surge was going to happen like that for 2 years. But I knew that we were going to have a surge. Right. Earlier this year, when rates were at 3.5%, I made a video, prepare for the upcoming housing crash. It wasn't like hard to see what was happening here, as hot as the market was with raising rates. I also did a video why we're going to lose so many real estate agents than we ever have before. And we are. We're going to lose a lot of real estate agents who they're not even in the game. They haven't even showed a property. They got their license and they haven't done anything. Right? NAR showed that data where, what was it? Half the agents haven't even sold a single property, like 800,000, something like that. So what I want you to know is here's my next prediction. 2023 is going to be absolutely insane. And what I think is going to happen is I think springtime, we're going to see a massive rush. I think springtime is going to be the time. Now, between now and spring is going to be incredible as well. I want you to understand that. But I do want you to kind of understand what I think, and that is springtime is going to be incredible when the weather starts warming up. Here's kind of where we're ending up for the year, around 5 million transactions on existing homes. Prices slightly up year over year. Redfin has us at about 3% over last year right now as we speak. So we'll probably end up around somewhere there. I think prices have leveled out for the moment. So maybe we end up 2%, 3%, something like that, higher than last year. We'll see how it ends, December 31st. But look at these predictions, which again, to be taken with a grain of salt because nobody knows. And all these entities that predict at the end of the following year that they predict, they're always off. So keep that in mind as you're looking at all this. When you look at this, think, oh, okay, that's cool. That's cool to know that might happen, but doesn't affect what I'm going to do day to day. I'm going to go out here and talk to as many people as I can to, create relationships, see what I can do to help them, add them to my database, do weekly emails and social media. And I'm going to keep trucking. I don't care what people say is going to happen. I know what's going to happen for me. I'm going to go out here and work and I'm going to be super successful. That's what winners say, ladies and gentlemen. So when you look at this, Fannie Mae has prices down 2%, transactions at 3.9 million next year. That's the darkest prediction in terms of number of transactions. National Association of Realtors has prices up 1% and 4.6 million transactions. Okay, the Mortgage Bankers Association has prices down 2%, 4.7 million transactions. And Redfin has prices down 4% and 4.3 million transactions. So when you look at these numbers here, hey, you average them all out and say that's probably what's going to happen. It's going to be incredible next year, guys. The historical average is right there around 5 million. 2008 was 4 million. That was the worst year in terms of transactions. We're going to be somewhere in the middle there, 4.5 to 5 is what I think. But let me reiterate, it doesn't matter what it does. We're going to go out there and work just like we would if there were 6 million transactions. Go work as hard as you can. Don't focus on the results. Remember, focus on your actions. And if you focus on your actions and work as hard as you can, then the highest amount of results will happen. And that's going to be your full potential. That's all you could have done. If you put in the maximum amount of effort, whatever the results are, that is going to be your maximum amount of results. All I can say is that you're going to be living good. You're going to be making plenty of money, and you're going to be doing just fine if you go out there and work. Now, if you look at, go back here. Now look at this for a second. Number of transactions, okay, but prices, they've all got prices pretty much flat, right? Pretty much flat. Now, what does that tell us? Well, look at this. Now, the blue represents the housing gains since March of 2020, right when the pandemic started. So from March 2020 to now, we've still got this much gains. This chart shows 38.3% gains. And since the market has come down, we've only lost 3% of those gains. So let's say that this is going based on the data from, say, a couple of months ago, and say it's a little worse now. Let's say we've lost 10% of the gains, right? Let's say we've lost 10% of the gains, and we're still up 30% from pre-pandemic. Okay, well, look at all the predictions. Even Fannie Mae, who had the bleakest prediction of 3.9 million, they've all got prices pretty flat, which means what? We're going to remain incredibly higher than we did pre-pandemic, equity-wise, price-wise, which means what? It means that we're not going to see a wave of foreclosures. Prices have to come way down. When you see short sales, that's because the property is worth way less than what they owe. That's what short sales are. You're selling it short of what they owe on it, and the bank agrees to it. But when they've got equity, so I read the article from, who was it from? Realtor.com. And the delinquent properties right now that are in delinquency, 93% of them have equity in their property. There's $29 billion worth of equity in the country right now. And prices are going to remain flat. So you mean everybody's going to basically keep that equity in place, and now they have options? Because if you're delinquent, the reason why there was a surge in delinquencies is because the foreclosure moratoriums, that kind of held back for the past year and a half, it's all kind of coming to a head now. That's what that is. And those owners have options. They can refinance, they can sell it and make money, and they can rent the property out for an ungodful amount. So we're in such a solid, incredibly strong market right now. It's not even funny. It's not even funny, guys. The amount of transactions, the amount of equity, the amount of the position that we are in. Now, as interest rates fluctuate up and down, maybe they go up into the 8s and 9s and come back down. We don't know what they're going to do. Well, we're just going to play the game. We're going to play the game, right? And everything is going to work out in our favor because we make a commission regardless of the price. All we need are transactions, and we know transactions are going to happen every day of our life, no matter what. Here are a few more predictions from Redfin that I thought were interesting, wanted to share with you. Prices will post their first year-over-year decline in a decade, but the U.S. will avoid a wave of foreclosures. Why do you think that they're saying that? It's because they know that since prices are going to be pretty flat, sure, they might be down a little, but they're going to be basically flat. There's so much equity out there, right? Another problem with the foreclosure theory that there's going to be a huge wave is inventory. Inventory is what is going to keep prices up. It's supply and demand. You follow along with me here, guys. Rents will fall, and many Gen Zers and young millennials will continue to rent indefinitely, and I believe that. And that's why we're going to see a lot of builders go to start building multifamily projects. Instead of building single family to sell, they're going to build multifamily to keep. That's what you're going to see builders start doing, is building single family and multifamily and apartments to keep, because that's what the market's telling us here. It's going to happen. And some of these Gen Zers will go out and buy as well. Right. And then as they rent for, 5 to 10 years, eventually they're going to want to buy. It's a cycle. It's a cycle. And it's always in our favor as the real estate agents and investors. It's always in our favor. Investor activity will bottom out in the spring, then rebound. Now, listen to that one. What did I tell you guys? Springtime, we're going to see a rush. What are they saying here? Investor activity will bottom out in the spring and then rebound. We're going to see a rush in the spring, and I want you guys to stack your list of investors, which I'm going to get into. Buyer agents commissions will rise. Okay, you hear that? Buyer agent commissions will rise slightly as fewer agents broker fewer deals at lower prices. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is an interesting statement that I fully agree with. And I mentioned this like a year ago when there were all these articles about commissions getting crunched. I was saying, yeah, they're getting crunched because prices are going up so high, and it's so easy. You list it and you don't have to advertise it. It sells in a day for 50,000 more. Of course, the seller is going to, negotiate with you and squeeze you down on your commission, of course. But as the market, but this is what I said a year ago when I made that video. As the market switches around and there's going to be, more work that goes into getting a listing, advertising, and it's going to take 60 days to sell and all that, right? We're going to see those commissions come back up a little bit. It cycles, guys. It cycles. This is where we are on the historical average last year, this year. We're right there with the historical average, right? Nothing. And listen, this is what's interesting about this chart. Look at 2012, 13, 14. This is where we're going to be this year in 2023. We're going to be right here between 2012 and 2014. We're going to be somewhere in that range. Let me tell you something. I was selling property in 2012, and 2012 was an amazing year. That was the year of the rebound. That was the first year we saw appreciation in the market. 2013, amazing. 14, amazing year. 14 was the year I sold 100 properties. 14 was the first year I sold 100 properties. I'm telling you, 2012 was crazy good. And that looks about where we're going to be possibly next year, depending on what rates do and all this stuff. But again, guys, let me reiterate, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We're going to go out there and work hard. That's what it's all about. Everybody's seen this chart about 15 times, haven't you? Agents made 25 billion more than they made in 2019. Yeah, people are sitting around complaining. Meanwhile, we made 25 billion more dollars. Next year is going to be just as good. So sit tight. You guys are so blessed to be in this business. It's not even funny. All right. And remember, the market always surges back 110% of the time. Surges every time. Not some of the time, every time. Now, this is interesting. If you haven't seen this, this is a chart I made of my business as the trend. This is, and I told you, 12 was that first year where it kind of bottomed out, started coming back up. This is prices. The red bar is prices in my market. As it rebounded, and you see my business is the blue bars. Kind of just maintain my market share, maintain, working, grinding, trying, helping, selling. And then what? As the market rebounded, my business exploded. And that 2014 was the first year I did 100 deals. And of course, if you don't know the story, I did 100 deals every year since till last year. 8 years in a row, single agent, one assistant. Now, the reason why I sold 100 properties in 14 and every year after is because of what I did during 2008, 9, 10, 11, 12. Everything I did right then was the reason why I made 100. I did 100 deals in 2014. This is your moment to take advantage of this is your 2008. This is your 2008. In 2008, I made $80,000. And the year before, I made $40,000 working on an oil rig. And I said, man, I made twice as much money as I made working on an oil rig, doing what I love to do, selling real estate. 2009, I made $100,000. I said, we doggies. The next year, I made $150,000, and that was during the year of the oil spill. And we had a mini recession. And I took everything I learned, everything I'm sharing with you, everything I wrote in the book, everything in zero to diamond, and I made 50% more money during a mini recession when everybody was scared to death because I said, oh, great. Same thing I'm saying now. Oh, great. The market's crashing. Great. This is what we need. This is what we want. This is what we've been waiting for. Please, guys, I'm begging you here to please understand this opportunity. And even if you're a new agent trying to figure this thing out, don't stop. Keep working, baby steps every day, every day. All right, let's go through the worksheet together. Let's see what I'm gonna check the comments while you guys are pulling up your worksheet. I don't see nothing crazy in the comments. I'll take a few questions at the end if you have any. And I see Rock and Rolla says mortgage rates in 2012 and 13 were about 4%. Now we're way above that. It doesn't matter, guy, lady, whoever Rock and Rolla is, it doesn't matter. If you're going to make that an excuse, then you have a complete wrong you're not thinking clearly. You're not looking at just simple math that closings happen every day and our job is to create relationships, right? The rates going up and down create situations where people have to do or need to do or want to do things. Closings are going to continue to happen, right? All this market stuff means nothing to your business. All right, let's go through this. Hope you guys have this printed out. I pinned it at the top of the comments on YouTube. And it's in the 60-day challenge, very first lesson there. This just kind of goes through my story a little bit. All right, but this is the first page I want you to start working on. Here we go. I want you to put your profit goal here. This is going to be what you make after your business expenses, pre-tax. It's going to be after your business expenses. Let's see, bam, bam, bam. All right, I'm going to go with my $1 million. And so what's cool about this sheet is you can print just this sheet out right here that has your profit goal for the year, and it's got my affirmations here, same ones that I went through in the beginning. You can print this sheet out and post it right on your wall. Boom, it's right there. So put your profit goal for the year right there. All right, and these are the same affirmations as earlier. Now let's really talk about this. Identifying your why. And listen, it's really important to take this serious because you're basically feeding your subconscious here. You might think, oh, I don't have to, I know I'm in the business to help people or blah, blah, or I know where I'm going to see myself in 3 to 5 years and my short-term goals. I already know all that stuff. Yeah, sure, you know it, but you need to write it down and you need to look at it every day because you're feeding your subconscious. Here's the problem, ladies and gentlemen, is that there's so much negativity out there, not only in the media, but also in your peers. Your peers, when you have goals, your peers don't believe you can hit your goals. And they're going to try to hold you back from hitting your goals. And that beats down on your subconscious. You need some positive reinforcement in your subconscious of what you're working towards. That keeps you on track. And it's good to revisit stuff, like, why am I in this business? Heck, I got in the business. I was a dropout. I was a college dropout. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I took the real estate course. I didn't know if I wanted to do that. I came back home. I roofed houses with my dad for about a week. And I said, I'm going to do real estate. I'm not going to do this roofing thing all my life. I need to go with this opportunity. I went, took the test. I got my license. And my thought was first-time home buyers. I want to help first-time home buyers. And what happened was I worked with some first-time home buyers, and then I got caught up into a whirlwind of money. The market exploded. We have beachfront condos. I got into selling beachfront condos, and it was a very cold, just money. The clients didn't care about me. They just wanted to make their money and run. I didn't care about them. I just wanted to make my money and run. And I lost sight of why I got in this business was to help people. And it's good for me to revisit my roots right there, and to remember and to think about where I came from. So I'm going to put helping people for the sake of time because I don't want to type all that out. But I'm just being transparent with you about me and the things I think about. Okay, where do you see yourself in 3 to 5 years? I did this with my team the other day, but on Mars with Elon. I say that in a figurative type manner, just to be funny. Um, but the truth is, I never thought I would be where I am 5 years ago. And my job is to help as many people as I can on this planet before I go. And at the rate that I'm going, I don't know where I'll be in the next 5 years. It's going to be somewhere crazy because I couldn't believe where I've came in the last 5 years. But I do have specific goals there, which I can share with you on the long-term goals thing here. What are your short-term goals? All right, so this is interesting here. Let's talk about it, right? Your short-term goals. Let's just say daily, right? I don't care what the market's doing. I'm going to talk to 10 people in my market every day and make 5 new friends. Send a weekly email to on the same day of the week forever, along with crushing social media. That's it. That's my short-term goal. Okay. I know that if I do that one sentence, that's just one sentence. It's so simple, and it is literally all you need right there. You talk to 10 people in your market every day. You make 5 new friends, send a weekly email on the same day of the week forever, along with just crushing it on social media. What else? What else are we doing here? What else do you what else you got? Nothing. You can't tell me nothing. Long-term goals. I wrote this up the other day because let me find it. I got the slight edge. I wrote it down in chapter number 16 of the slight edge. One was 7-figure a month passive income. 2 was create my own documentaries. Number 3, let's see. 3 was take my family anywhere we want. And number 4 was write a 3rd book. Number 5 was hit 1,000,000 YouTube subs. That's just mine. I'm literally filling this out with you guys. Cool. All right, so it's good to revisit that every once in a while. Let's move down here to the calculation to see how many transactions we need to hit. So we're going to move, we need these 4 things before we can do this. We need our desired profit, which I had $1 million. You need your budgeted expenses, which to me is around 200,000 a year. So you take your monthly expenses, multiply times 12, boom, you get your budgeted expenses. Your average commission rate, mine is about 2.5%. Sometimes we get 3, sometimes we get less than 2.5. It's probably more than 2.5. I'm going to go with 2.5. It's pretty much what we get on every deal, 2.5. Get 3 here and there, get 2 here and there, no, 2.5. And then on my average sales price in my market is 550,000 right now for a beachfront condo. So now that we have these four pieces of data here, now we can get into the transaction benchmark calculator. So we bring our desired profit down 1 million. We bring our budgeted expenses down 200,000. And we're going to add those two together to get the revenue needed. So for me to net and profit $1 million, I'm gonna have to do 1.2 million because of my expenses. Okay. Now we bring that revenue needed down. That's the 1.2. All right. The average commission is the 2.5%. And then what we're going to do is divide. So I'm going to take 1.2. I'm going to divide by 0.025. And that's going to bring me to 48 million that I have to close next year to hit that goal. So you see how we came up with that? Take the total revenue needed divided by the average commission rate in your market. If you're in New York, it's probably lower than 2.5. If you're in some of these markets, Phoenix, I don't know what the average commission is for all the different markets, but whatever it is, that's how you're going to calculate the volume needed. Now we're going to bring the volume needed down to figure out how many transactions we've got to hit. So we've got the volume needed. We're going to divide that by the average price in our market. So I'm going to divide by 550. And that's going to give me 88 deals. So for me to go out there and profit $1 million pre-tax, I got 200,000 worth of expenses. I got to make 2.5% commission. I got to sell $48 million worth. My average price is 550. So I got to do 88 deals to hit those numbers. So now I know how many transactions I got to hit to hit those numbers. Now, this is great. It's good to know. It's good to see. It's good to look at. Again, if I put maximum amount of effort and I go sell 120 units, awesome. If I get close to 88, I'm not going to quit working because I'm hitting my goal. I'm going to always put forth the maximum amount of effort. If I put forth the maximum amount of effort and I come in at 53, I'm just as happy because I wasn't putting so much weight on this transaction goal. My weight is on my daily actions. Let me repeat it. It's right here. This should be your daily goal. Talk to 10 people in your market. Make 5 new friends to send a weekly email to on the same day of the week forever, along with crushing social media. That's it. It's pretty good stuff. This is a daily checklist. If you want one, you can print this out, use it every day, check off, work out, listen to something motivational, read, meeting with yourself, prioritize your business, prospect follow-up, social media, stay hydrated, post results. Boom. I want you guys to post your results somewhere, either on the Zero to Diamond Discord, the Zero to Diamond platform itself, or in the Zero to Diamond Facebook group. Okay, post your results somewhere. Have a place that you go to and you post your results. The weekly goals are the weekly email. You want to go live on social at least once a week, and 9 hours minimum of prospecting. Okay, and then you can add things to that. Now let's do our let's time block our day. Let me check the comments real quick and see if we got anything popping. Oh, we almost got 500 viewers at one time. That's exciting. If you're just tuning in, welcome. We're just going through our 2023 business planning session here. If you are just tuning in, you can rewatch this on the same link when we're done. It'll be right here for you guys to watch, and share this with as many agents as you can that need this motivation, structure, and let me know what I could do to help. If there's something I could do to help you guys, help your agents. All right, I'm going to work through this with you guys and show you my schedule. So I'm going to wake up and I'm going to read Read and answer DMs. That's my morning every morning. Wake up, 4:30, 5 o'clock. I read 10 pages of a book, and then I answer my DMs. 6 o'clock, gym with dad. He's there every day, 6 o'clock. Every day. He don't miss. Go there and lift, then I come home and I jog 2 miles, and then I shower. Okay? 8 o'clock, I'm working. Work. I'm gonna have that meeting with myself. Meeting with me. Prioritize everything I got going on. 8 o'clock, I'm gonna figure out who I'm calling. By 9, I am dialing. And I'm gonna dial all the way to lunch. All the way. 3 hours. 12 o'clock, I'm gonna hit lunch. Now, this morning here, super structured. It's the same every morning. The only thing that throws me off is if I have to show property or something or whatever, but I'm not going to let that throw me off the next day. I'm going to keep this routine right here super structured. Now, after lunch, it can be whatever, but this is going to be your marketing. I'm just showing you mine. You guys can structure whatever time block you want. Marketing and social media. I'm going to be, engaging. You guys need to watch the, social media video I did in the social media course, Crush It with Social Media on the Zero Diamond platform, so that you can really grasp what I'm talking about here with engaging and everything that you need to do to produce some organic leads on social. Engaging with people in my market. Okay, posting. I'm gonna brainstorm. I'm gonna film. I make videos. I'm gonna create content. I'm gonna write blogs. I'm going to do handwritten letters. I'm gonna do research on the market. And one thing I want everyone to do, and I want you to do it over here during this 8 o'clock session, I want you to hit the MLS hot sheet, 15 minutes. All right, I want you to hit that MLS hot sheet for 15 minutes. I want you to look at the new listings, the closings over the last 24 hours, the pendings, the expires, the withdrawals, the canceled, all that stuff. Just glance through all that, and when properties stick out to you, go deeper with it. Try to learn more about it, who the agent is, how long it's been for sale, how long it took to go under contract, learn more about the subdivisions and everything. You're going to start to see subdivisions you're calling or that you're hitting or that you show property. You're going to start paying attention to certain subdivisions and streets, and you're going to see things happening. You're going to become an expert within a matter of weeks because you have your finger on the pulse of the market. And it's just gonna naturally, subconsciously come out of you when you're talking to prospects that of this house that went on the market, it went under contract in a day, and that this other house is on the market, might be a great fit for them. You're gonna see properties come up that are in the subdivision that you represented a buyer. You're just gonna make you think, hey, I need to call that buyer, check on them. Hey, Mr. Buyer, how you doing? How's it going? How's your house? Everything going good? I saw something come on the market in your neighborhood. Did you see that? Yeah, it was cool. It's just gonna create activity when you're watching that hot sheet, and it's going to increase your intellect of the market. Your market IQ is going to expand rapidly when you're watching the hot sheet. And now you're a market expert within a matter of weeks. And this is a huge advantage that new agents have over experienced agents who don't have time to watch the hot sheet. The new agents do, and they're way more on top of the market than the experienced agents. You hear that, new agents? All right. So if you can see here, the morning is very structured, and the afternoon is kind of like whatever. I'm just grinding it out. I'm gonna do what I got to do to stay busy and make things happen. Right. Let's see. Where am I here? Admin work, following up, showing property, etc. All that stuff. At 5 o'clock, I'm done. Now let me talk a little bit about the 5 o'clock done part, because some people don't, they're like, I'm in a market where I have to show property after 5 a lot. Great. I go show the property. I'm not saying don't go show property or don't answer your phone after 5 o'clock. What I'm saying is don't stay in the office working on emails and research and sending out stuff and doing admin and stuff like that. That stuff can wait till the next day. Dealing with repair addendums, you can do that the next day. If somebody's calling in, and it's something urgent, take the call. I'm on call. Now, when I was building my business, I would show property anytime on the weekends. There were plenty of weekends I showed like 4 buyers on Saturday, 4 buyers on Sunday. But if I ain't showing, I ain't working. If I don't have a listing appointment, I'm not working. I'm relaxing. I'm enjoying the quality of life that I got in real estate for. Same thing at 5 o'clock. I'm going to enjoy the quality of life I got into real estate for. If I have to show property, I'm going to go show property. If I have to show property 5 days a week after 5 o'clock, I'm fine with that. But I'm not going to do office work. Now, you're going to get more done before 5 than if you work till 10 o'clock. Because when you give yourself that deadline, you're going to be in super hyper fast production mode, because you only got 2 hours before 5 o'clock and you better hurry up and get stuff done. But if you're giving yourself till 10, you're just going to lollygag and not even get everything done. Think of the 80-20 rule. Okay. The 80% of your production is going to get done in the last 20% of the time allotted to doing that task. And so if you give yourself wherever and you don't have a deadline, you're never going to get to the 20% where you do 80% of the work of that task. Hello. All right. So that's the worksheet. Here's some more motivational stuff for you. It's go to 0 to diamond, do the 60 days, all that good stuff. All right. So let's talk about the opportunities in the current market right now. Investors. Let's talk about it for just a sec. All right. And I'll stop sharing so you guys can see me. Where am I at? Boom. So with investors. So I want to talk about investors. I want to talk about social media. And I want to talk about for sale by owners just real briefly. With investors, you guys saw what Redfin said, that it's going to bottom out. Investors are going to rebound in the spring. Also, and I think the real opportunity this year is going to be big commercial, multifamily, big commercial deals that are on these adjustable rate mortgages with where interest rates are. I think that's where the play is, not only over the next 6 months, but also over the next year or 2 years, because rates are higher than when they bought 3 years ago, even 2 years ago. So that 5-year arm is going to come up in 2027. Like there's deals that are going to happen, I think, in the commercial space, multifamily, that we're not going to see in residential. I don't see us having these amazing deals of a lifetime in the residential sector, but I do see that potentially happening in the big commercial sector. But I'm talking about more small time investors as well as big time investors. But with the small time investors, listen, you need to stack your list of investors. This is what I'm just telling you what you should be doing and what I would be doing. Every single lead that you talk to, every prospect, every circle prospecting lead, every expired, every internet lead, every single lead, when you get to the end of the conversation, you're going to part your ways, whatever the case may be. If they're not pursuing a deal, if they're pursuing a deal, you're going to go there. But if you're parting ways, listen, before you go, let me ask you this one last thing. If I had a great deal on a rental property, investment property, would you be interested? See what they say. It might take a conversation that went dead and revive that conversation. Now they're really interested in what you have to say. Now you've got an investor on your investor list, investor clients. This is big. If you can stack those investors and you know exactly what they're looking for. Yeah, I'm interested in rental property, investment property. What you got? Cool. I run into stuff from time to time, especially with the way the market is. What do you like? Single family, duplex, fourplex, commercial, multifamily? What are you into? Take down all their criteria as detailed as you can get it. And guess what? Boom, they're on your list. Now go find it for them. But I'm telling you, stack these investors. This could set you up big time over the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, because these investors, they don't just buy one property. They're buying multiple properties all year long. All year long, they're buying, they're selling, they're buying, they're selling, doing a lot of deals. And you can run into some big money that way. The next thing is social media. You guys all need to go to the social media course and run through that that I created there, that goes through organic and paid. There's a big play with social media, I believe, more than ever in 2023, especially as we see a lot of agents slowing down with the market that don't understand that this is the moment to go all in. I want zero to diamond agents to be the ones out there really crushing it on social, building their name, building the largest names in town. For sale by owners, I'm not a big for sale by owner person. Never liked them. But right now, they're a really great play. Shane Noblin, that I talked about earlier, he picked up 5 this week, over $2 million worth of stuff. He already put 1 under contract. Why? Because they're not getting any showings. The for sale by owners aren't getting any showings right now. And so he goes in and he really creates that relationship. All right. He also he has a drone. He'll go out and take a drone picture of their house and he'll send it to them and say, hey, use this on your advertisement. And he gets a really great connection. Say, he follows up, boom, they list the property. But another strategy he's using is say, hey, since you don't have an agent, and if you have an unrepresented buyer that comes through, call me. I'll come by, I'll show it to them. I'm licensed, background check, all that stuff. I'll show it to them. And so now the for sale by owner is literally sending you leads. Like, you're going to show the house, they don't really like it, boom, you pick them up as a buyer, you go find them something else. So as much as I don't like necessarily for sale by owners, I think it's actually a good play right this second in the market that we're in. So I think those are really 3 things you really need to dial in for 2023. Just throwing some stuff out there for you guys. Let's see what else I had here in my slide deck. Opportunities in the current market. Oh, here we go. NAR has 1.6 million members as of last year, and you guys all saw this. Only 8% of the realtor in the population sold more than 4 houses in the first 6 months. Now, you see this, and I saw this number 4. And I know that when I ask an agent how many active buyers and sellers they're working with, the most common answer is 4. Every time, 444, which statistically speaking, guys, is 0.08 deals. It's nothing. You're not working on nothing. You need 15 to 20 active buyers and sellers to close 1 deal a week. If you're working with 4 active buyers and sellers, you better get to work to find some more to add to that list. But the most common answer is 4, right? Only 8% of the realtor population sold more than 4 houses in the first 6 months. And every time I give a challenge to a group of agents, thousands, hundreds, or even just a couple, every single time after the challenge is over, only 4 people have completed the challenge every time. So I thought 4. I keep seeing the number 4, and I thought there's something to this. And I thought, here's the power of 4. And if you guys have any questions, put in the comments. I'm almost done, and I'll answer a few questions as I wrap up here. But my question to you is that who's going to be one of the 4 agents on this call right now who is going to go out there and execute for 12 months and not treat real estate like a gym membership that you buy January 1st, you work out for 2 weeks, and then you just quit doing it? That's what making calls are every day. That's what doing social media is every day. It's the grind. It's the consistency. But only 4 people are probably going to do this. You're probably only going to be, out there crushing it. Probably only going to be 4 of y'all. So is it going to be you? Put it in the comments right now if you're going to be one of the 4. That's what I want to know, because all this market stuff don't matter. Resources today. You got zerotodiamond.com. You got workshop with Ricky. Guys, I'm real excited about the workshop. Full day. I'm buying you breakfast. I'm buying you lunch. You can come work out with me in the morning. We're going to spend all day together. I'm going to teach you how to become the #1 agent in your market, and I'll share anything that you want to know. RedXDiscount.com to get your RedX stuff. StartYourWeeklyEmail.com. Shane's Zoom room if you need somewhere to make your calls. Join my group text 251-312-8844. And of course, Instagram. I still answer every single message on Instagram, believe it or not. A lot of people don't believe that. They think somebody's answering them for me or something. That text messages from the 312-8844, I actually send those. When you get those, it's me sending them. And when you respond, I'm reading them. And if you get a response from me, it's me. Nobody has access to any of this stuff, believe it or not. All right. Sure, you guys might have some questions. I'm going to look at the comments and see if anybody does. I'm just saying, like, I'm just excited about this next year, man. Like, I see so many of you guys being my next success story. As far as like being a number one agent. Let's see. The link's not working for the workshop. Let me get this. I'll grab it right here and give it to you. Let me put it right here. Copy, bam. All right, I'll just put the link to the workshop right there for you. All right. Let's see. Where was I going? He threw me off with that, but oh, success stories. Like I showed you the people that are number one in their market that I've been coaching for years. I want to see more of that. I want to be able to come here next year and show you like 15 number one agents in their market, next year, year after, whatever. It's just a grind, ladies and gentlemen. And listen, I'm all about quality of life and just taking off when at 5 o'clock on the weekends. Like I'm not about grinding your life away. I'm about being super efficient, super hard worker, and enjoying life. That's what it's about. All right, let's see if I can see a couple questions here. Here we go. I cold call. Let me just put on the thing. I cold call all day. Good days, I get about 5 on average. Some days get nothing. Any advice on how to smooth out those results? I don't know, man. I don't know how many dials you're making, how long you're calling, all that good stuff. Let's see. Kenneth, that business planning doc is right there on ZeroToDiamond.com and the 60-day challenge, first lesson. Let's see. What motivates me to help people? Because I know exactly what everybody's went through. I've been there. I've lost everything. I made it, came back, struggled. Like all the stuff that I teach in Zero Diamond was nothing that I've regurgitated from another coach. All the scripts are completely original. You've never seen it anywhere. And if you have, they copied it from me. I'm an introvert and I literally focused on real estate and I figured it out and I know everything I went through and how hard it was. And if I can ease the pain for you to hit the same results that I hit, then that's what I want. That's what motivates me, is knowing that I went through the same exact thing that you guys went through. Same exact thing that you guys went through. If for some reason you can't get the workshop to link to work, I don't know why it wouldn't work. It works for me. Let's see if I go to workshopwithricky.com. Boom, there it is. 100 seats available. Oh no. I don't know why it wouldn't work for you. All right, cool guys. If you need something, hit me up. Instagram's the best place. I'm still answering all those messages there. And just keep me informed. Let me know about your business. Post your results. I'm watching all the platforms: Discord, Facebook group, Zero to Diamond. I love seeing the results posted. But stay in touch with me personally. I love the connection and collaboration with you guys. And outside of that, I don't know what else there is to say. We said it all. So I'll see you guys soon. The workshop is in person. The workshop is in person, hanging out with you guys. There's 100 seats. Half of them are sold, unless some people bought them since we've been talking. And I'm looking forward to seeing all you guys there and any of the other events that I do throughout the year. Like I say, I'm getting speaking requests every day. All right. I love you guys. Let's have a great 2023 and let me know what I can do to help. Talk to you guys soon.